And it's all in a very simple and easily organized way. I know the course says it has 155 lessons, and that seems like a lot, but it's really not. I'll show you. So let's take a look behind the scenes at the course, all right? So it's broken into 8 modules, but each module has small lessons in it. So here's the typical layout of a module. Once we get into week 2, you have a lesson overview, and it's just a short video talking about what we're going to be working on. Then I show you in the next one which chords we'll be playing, and you probably already know these chords, but I put it there anyway. Then you have, I'll go click into it, the scales for that lesson, and you get to see, which scales we're going to be using. We start out very simple, like in this lesson, we're just using one scale, and you probably already know this pentatonic scale. And we're just showing how to play it over a couple different chords. In each lesson at the beginning has these sort of, interactive graphics. I try to incorporate a lot of stuff like that into the lessons. Then after that, there's a quick demonstration. I show you how it's supposed to sound or how it can sound. And then the next one, every week I give you a lesson, an idea to kind of work on. This one was motifs and chord voicings using the pentatonic scale and stuff. The feedback I got from my lesson in the flow is that it's not too overwhelming, which is great. This is cool. So you don't get overwhelmed. You're only working on one sort of concept every week. In this one, I'm showing you bending, notes, how to make sure they're in tune, and then the Chuck Berry lick, which is like a classic pentatonic lick that you can use. And then every week, you have a turn to jam, right? So we jam on backing tracks that are geared towards whatever we're working on that week, right? So in this case, we're doing A minor to B minor. And so I made a country backing track, a rock backing track, and a funk backing track, and also a laid back rock backing track, because I take feedback from the students and they said, well, these are kind of quick, kind of fast, the tempo. Can we have one that's slower? So I made one that's slower, and that's the laid back backing track. And get a lot of great feedback from people on it. So there's that. And so what you do as a student is you pick one of these, and then you record yourself jamming over it, and then you upload it to this area called Flipgrid. And then see for that one, A minor to B minor, had all my students come in there, and some people upload a few different videos throughout the week, and you can see them getting better and better every day, which is amazing, and they love it. And then at the end of the week, on usually a Saturday morning, we get together and we look at, everybody goes in the hot seat, or that's what we call it, but it's no pressure. And we kind of look at each video and say, okay, how are you feeling about it? I give suggestions on what maybe they can think of next, and observe what they did right. And it's great. It's always great. And those meetings are so much a part of the course, because for those 2 hours every week, you're getting together with people that love guitar, that are all in the same boat. We're all working on the same things. Not only am I helping people, but other students are helping each other, and it's really great. So I miss those meetings, and I'm looking forward to meetings with the next group of guitar players to take the course. And then every lesson has a quiz where you need to be able to match up scale shape with the pentatonic scale, right? Because that's the whole thing. That's the whole concept. So the more we can revisit that and kind of integrate it into our minds, the better off we'll be. You don't need a billion different scales. You just need the pentatonic scales, and you can do about 80% of anything you'd ever want to do, which is great. And then everything else that you want to do, you can use the pentatonic scales as like a framework and just add in different notes. And now you're playing in different scales and different styles, and it's pretty cool. So, yep, this is where you would access the Flipgrid. So you come here and you record yourself. You don't have to do it right away. You don't hit record and just play. You can like record yourself, make sure you get a good take that you're proud of, and then go in there and upload your video. So there's no pressure, you know, which is great. And then here we have our weekly coaching. So you see it's in the mornings, and we get together, and it's always great to see the interactions people have and the connections people make throughout the 8 weeks. And at the end of the 8 weeks, it's very sad. Everybody's always like, well, what do we do now? Like, it's very, very like you get used to being with these people and hanging out, and it's a positive experience. So what we did was there's a membership afterwards. If you're interested, it's very reasonably priced just to get together and continue getting together. And we look over, we do basically the same thing as we do in here. We look at a new backing track every week, and we critique it, and we keep improving and stuff. So that's something that you can only get into if you go through this course. And then every week we have a worksheet that you can use, and each worksheet has the QR codes for the backing track. So if you're away from your computer, you can scan it with your phone, pull up the backing track, and just follow this worksheet, you know, which is pretty cool, I think. I've tried to come up with everything I can, every possible tool that I can to help the students of this course improve, make it easy as possible to improve on your instrument, whether it's the worksheets or the backing tracks or the group meetings or the short videos to instruct you. And so far, it's been great. I've gotten nothing but positive feedback. Everybody is doing great. I've had jazz players that haven't been able to really solo in their jazz groups, and all of a sudden they're able to jam, and then they can't put into words how great it feels to finally be able to do what they love in a way that's, you know, legitimately, you know, musical, and they can see the possibilities that they keep just using this method of soloing and improvising and understanding the neck. That's only going to get better and better. It's not like you reach a point where it's like, okay, well, that's as far as I can go with this. This is the beginning, and as long as you do it, you're just going to keep getting better and better as a player. And that's what I want for you. So I hope you take a chance with the course. We always have a money-back guarantee. I am free to reach out to at any time. Just go to the page for the course, and there's a link to schedule like a one-on-one meeting. I'm happy to talk to you if you're like, oh, I don't know if it's for me. I've done that with many people, or they'll say, I want to be able to solo over this by the end. Can I do that with this method? And I'll just do it right there. I'll say, all right, what's the, you know, what chords, and just show them right on the spot, like how you can do it. Or if you think you don't have enough time, or if you have any questions, you know, if you don't think you're at the right, you know, level of player to be able to take advantage of all that this course has to offer, reach out to me, and I'll be happy to kind of ask you questions and see where you're at. And if you're not there yet, I'll let you know that. Most likely you are, but yeah, I don't want to have people come into the course and fail because they're not as advanced as they needed to be. I'm not just after, you know, collect all the students, you know. It's like I want people that are in the proper place for this course. And it's most people, to tell you the truth. But yeah, feel free to reach out to me. I hope to see you in the course. Keep on picking. All right, take care. Bye-bye.